So my point is to say that the reason I bought NVIDIA stock was not because I knew NVIDIA stock was going to blow up. It's because when I look at a company and it's a solid company that does good business, I just say, well, why not? Yeah, okay. And that's what I did. And so not only did I get the benefit of watching my $8,000 turn into $110,000, but I also got the benefit of forming a deeper connection with our son, which really that's something money can't buy. He and I are best buddies now. We talk all day. He makes jokes like, "Yeah, you owe me money for that NVIDIA recommendation." I'm like, "Yeah, I sure do, but you ain't gonna get it. So you're gonna have to whoop me to take that money. You can't whoop me because you're skinny." So anyway, my point is to say overall that investing should be something you do just naturally, and the reason you should do it naturally is because that's going to improve your financial health. It's also going to allow you to solve some of these problems that we talked about earlier. One of the biggest things that I was bringing up earlier when we were talking about the Essence Fest and the downturn of the black economy is that it is my view that the black economy suffers because we have an over dependence, over reliance, too deep of a connection to the white economy. The black economy suffers when the white economy stops deciding to be generous. When white folks stop giving jobs, we start suffering financially. When DEI programs get cut, our economics get cut. When government contracts are gone, then that income stream is gone. And so again, I mentioned to you all, and this is 100% clear. I had this conversation in the very beginning, 15, 20 years ago, before anybody even knew what my name was or what I was doing. I told my brother, I said, if we're going to build something that's really going to succeed, it has to be economically resilient. Now, I have an advantage. I trained under a guy named Renee Stoltz, who was one of the best on earth at something called risk management. All we would do, I proofread. He had this gigantic textbook he was writing, and I had to proofread this freaking book about how to assess risk, how to watch out, how to watch your back, how to make sure that when the thunderstorm comes, you're not gonna get wet, you're not gonna get left ass out. You got to look around for every single threat that might possibly exist in terms of what you're doing. And that was when I came to the conclusion. I said, I don't know if black people do that enough. I don't know that we spend plenty of time being scared. We're very good at being scared. It's very easy to scare a black person. Just check out every election and notice how often they scare you to get you to vote for their candidate, right? So it's easy to scare black people. But I said, I don't know if we're afraid of the right things. I don't know if we understand the inherent economic threat and just the clear and present danger of training millions of our children to go work for their oppressors and beg for jobs and then live paycheck to paycheck and hope nothing goes wrong. I said, man, that you standing on the edge of a cliff on one leg, right? Trying to take a selfie, right? Like on a windy day, you stand on the edge of a cliff on a windy day, with one leg trying to take a selfie, and you don't understand that all it takes is somebody come along and shove you, or a strong gust of wind to come along, and next thing you know, you're falling off that cliff. So I think that is inherently, I don't think I know, this is inherently contradictory to the natural conservative nature of black people. I think that being conservative is good. I think not politically. I'm not talking about socially conservative. I'm talking about economically conservative. And here's the thing about conservatism. You know what that is. Your grandmother was probably conservative. How many of y'all had grandparents that just didn't really like to take a lot of chances? They because maybe they grew up in the deep south where taking chances could get you killed, or they've seen consequences of people, running the streets, talking back to the cops, right?